We just spent 30 minutes on cutting paper. That is one way to describe it. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start by not talking while I'm teaching. And then we're going to talk about exponential growth. So that's when it's increasing, right? So we're going to apply new equations that we've learned, even with, it's basically the same thing, you're just adding a little bit to it. Now, for it to be an exponential function, it has to have a variable in the exponent. Does this have a variable as the exponent? Fantastic. So exponential growth occurs when a quantity increases. It's the first word we're writing down. It increases. By the same rate, which is a percentage, and that's represented by our letter R. In each time period T. Chandler, that's way too loud. And we're having class, so you shouldn't be listening to it now.
That's not it. That was not mine.
That was you. Turn the music down.
You're the only person in here with headphones in who's actually listening to music. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to dissect the parts of our equation, and then we're going to work out a problem together. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
So, Y stands for your final amount. It doesn't. It doesn't stand for that. Alright, A stands for original amount. Alright, what does the R stand for that it told us up here? Rate. Great. And what does T stand for? Time. Do I need to separate y'all? Are you sure? Because this is the third time today I've had to say something. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to read this. We're going to talk about why it's an exponential growth, and then we're going to plug it into our equation. So this says that the value of a Jackson Pollock painting, this is a painter, just in case you didn't know. It's an artist. I don't need y'all to talk either while I'm teaching. It's currently worth $52,000. The value of the painting increases at a rate of 4.7% each year. So when it says increases, that means that it's a growth. Does everybody understand?
Yes.
So we're going to start by plugging it into our growth formula. A times 1 plus R to the T power. Please curve your T up here. Curve the bottom of it so you don't think it's a plus sign. Now, when we plug in our rate, when we plug in our percent, we turn it into a decimal. Now, can anybody tell me what 4.7% becomes when we turn it into a decimal? Do y'all remember how many decimal places we move percentages? 2 to the left. Yep. So you're going to move this decimal 1, 2, and that's going to become 0.047. So what's our original amount? What's our A that we're going to plug in? No. What is our original amount? 52,000. Read the problem. Alright, then 1 plus, what's the rate that we plug in? Yes, 0.047. And it says, how much will it be worth in the year 2035? So we're starting from this year. How many years away is the year 2035? And if you guess, I'm going to freak out. Take a calculator. Do 2035 minus 2017. And everybody should have a calculator because you're going to need it for today. Natalie. It is 18 years. Alright, now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add 1 and .047. What is 1 plus .047? I want you to add these two together. I want you to do 1 plus .047. Okay, Natalie.
1.047.
Good, take a point. So all of you should have a calculator and be adding, and not just Natalie. All of you should have a calculator. It is math class. Alright, ready? So now we need to plug it into our calculator. So you're going to need to be able to pay attention and watch how I do this. So first we need to raise 1.047 to the 18th power. So type in 1.047 into your calculator. And then I want you to hit this button right here. It looks like a rooftop. That's called a caret.
18.
And then I want you to type in 18 and hit equals. It's a big decimal, right? Don't hit clear. Just leave it there.
Clear.
Now hit times because we need to multiply that by 52,000.
Oh, that's a,
And then hit equals.
You need to do
Still
it too.
lying. Thank you, my mom.
It is.
What's your
Alright, so now it's going up to money, right? So that's 118,862. And how many decimal places do we round money? 2. So it's 16. And you're done. Are you serious? That's a long problem?
No.
This is money, baby. This is how much that painting's worth.
you have to know this in the future.
Got you.
Got you. You need new painting.
Or a day.
Let me see.
I'm just messing with you. Alright, so let's walk through what we did again. The first thing, we plugged in everything that it gave us. So we said that our original amount was 52,000. Our rate was .047. We moved the decimal 2 places to the left because it's a percent. And we found that it was 18 years because we did 20. Stop it. 2035 minus 2017, and that gave us 18. Now, how did we go from this step right here to here? What did I do?
And
I added 1 and .047. And no. You've been over there talking. You don't get a point. And then I plugged it all into my calculator. Does everybody understand? Now, the next part of what we're going to do is we're going to use this on a worksheet. Alright, let's look at these. So we're going to start by going through and determining which one's a growth, which one's a decay, and then we're going to work out 1 or 2 of them together. So let's look at this first one. You buy a house for $130,000 and it appreciates 6% each year. Does the word appreciate mean growth or decay? Growth. So write growth right here. And then I want you to write homework right here. Hey, stop. Alright, so the next one says that Mr. MD is losing 20% of his hair. So is that a growth or decay? That's a decay. Have we done decay problems yet? So then we don't do that one for homework, do we? I put one on your table back there. Alright, so then this one says if you invest $40 in an account for 10 years, how much money will you have? So is that a growth or a decay? It's a growth. We're seeing how much our bank account is going to increase. Alright, do I need to separate you? What is this? I'm not saying it again. Write homework right here. Alright, -1 from Gryffindor, -1 from Hufflepuff. Alright, a population of 100 frogs increases at an annual rate of 22%. Is that a growth or decay? That's a growth. See, tarea.
Solo.
Maybe. Ready? Flip it over. Alright, a species of extremely rare deepwater fish are slowly becoming extinct. So that's a decay. Why is that a decay? Because they're going extinct, that means that they're dying. Alright, the population of Austin, Texas is growing at a 5% rate per year. That's a growth. Tarea? C. This one, 7, goes with 6. That's a challenge part. Alright, number 8.
DK.
A mouse population is decreasing. DK. Sorry.
Sorry.
No, we haven't done decay yet. It's not today if we haven't done it. Alright, number 9. A super deadly strain of bacteria is causing the zombie population to double. That's a growth. Didn't we do one like that? We did. We did a zombie whole activity, and this is tarea. Alright, ready? Turn it to the front. What are you whining about? We're doing some of them together. It's not mucho tarea. If you hush, we'll be able to get it done. Alright. Pardon? We just worked out the problem. That's all we did. We haven't copied down anything else. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to use this to help us do our homework. So let's start with our initial amount over here. Now, how much did we buy our house for?
130,000.
So what's our initial amount? 130,000. Yep. Alright, so what's our growth rate? What percent does it increase? 6%. And wait, we're not done. We need to turn that into a decimal. So how many decimal places do we move it? 2 to the left. So that becomes 0.06. Now, what function are we going to use? It's a growth, so we're going to use this one right here. So I want you to write this function down under the thing. Y equals A times 1 plus R to the T.
Oh, I already know this.
You don't. Put your hand down. Put your hand down.
That's it.
Alright, so what you're going to do is you're going to plug in our information. So what does A stand for? Look back at your notes.
130,000.
Which is 130,000. Original amount, which is 130,000. Good. Both of you take a point. Alright, and what's our rate that we're going to plug in? Are we going to plug in the percentage or the decimal? The decimal. And how much time is passing?
10 years.
10 years.
Take all the points.
Okay, now let's add this together. What's 1 plus 0.06? You don't even have to use a calculator for that, y'all. It's just 1.06. That's it. Okay, now do we plug it into our calculator?
Yeah.
Okay, can anybody tell me what's plug in?
Yes.
1.06.
You hit that little, what it is called?
It's called a caret
Carrot, and then you
to the what power?
10.
10. Okay? Now that I found 1.790847679997, what do I multiply that by? 130,000. No.
I'm working hard over here.
No.
Okay.
Alright, so this becomes 232,000.
Is that
0.20. Now, is that money or time?
time?
No. That's money.
Why y'all screaming?
Because it says, how much does it appreciate? That's our money.
Oh, yeah. I do that.
So read the problem. You have to put what it is.
I just,
Part of it is. Alright, number 3. If you invest $40 in an account for 10 years at 3%, how much money will you have? Y'all need to wake up Paris at your table or you're going to have to lose all the points. Alright, what is our initial amount? $40. How much does it, what's our growth rate? 3%. And what's that going to be as a decimal?
0.03.
Good. And since it's a growth, we're going to use y equals a times 1 plus r to the t. What do I plug in for a, Damien?
I believe. It's so you just need to do
the original amount.
what is it?
What is that?
What's the original amount?
1,500.
Oh my gosh, what problem are you on? $40.
I told you 40.
Alright, bro.
Oh my gosh. Alright, now what's our rate?
Your rate?
Yes, 0.03. And how much time is passing?
3.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, man.
Look at the problem. It's years. How much time is passing? Yes.
Other than that, I know.
You don't? Well, you couldn't even tell me what we were plugging in. Okay. Now, I'm going to add 1.03, correct? I think so. And I get 1.03 to the 10th power.
I can do this right now. I'm gonna do everything.
What? You don't even know what the original amount is. What you talking about? What you getting? Alright, now 1.03. What button do I hit next? The caret, and then 10.
And then multiply by 40.
And then I multiply it by 40. And, okay, now what do I round this
Hey,
to?
I want everybody to call. I want you back into this.
Are you just guessing?
53.76. That's how many dollars? Alright, do number 4 without me. Number 4. Why are you staring at me?
Alright, Will, this is how you got to go. You keep your feet on that side, and you keep my feet on this side.
Work out this problem. You can do it.
Oh!
What are you doing? And why are you not doing this problem? Chandler, why are you not doing this problem? Why, bro? Did you write it on the back?
It's not that funny.
Okay.
Oh, God, I'm back. You look on back. Hey, I got you new bed, ladies.